So one, this video is week 7 and week 8, getting me completely up to date. Huzzah. And 2, this video is handheld, and I apologize, but I usually use my ironing board, but my drying rack for my clothes broke, so now my ironing board is using it as a makeshift drying rack. So I talked about pitching a documentary last week. There was 12 people pitching, 3 were chosen, and they actually chose one of mine. I'm really excited about it. Essentially, it's going to be a documentary about international students and residents, and about how they remember home, about stories about home, how they remember them, whether they bring stuff with them, and if they bring them like an object or something, you know, that reminds them of home, what that is. This object can be something really small, really simple, or it can be something kind of a little bit more bigger and extravagant. Some good examples would be like earrings and necklaces being more practical, or shoes. I had one person who told me like the shoes they brought were really important to them, and it can also be something that's just a little bit more decorative, or it could be something that's just kind of fun, like mine. Lego Darth Vader. What's up? You know, my friend Julian bought it for me, and to me, this thing represents kind of home and friendship, and the people back home that are thinking about me. Every time I see it, I can't help but smile. There's a limited amount of space that people have to bring stuff with suitcases and whatnot, so the fact that, you know, you brought something to go live somewhere else is kind of important and kind of a big deal. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about why you brought it, what it means to you, stuff like that. And so we're gonna be interviewing a few different people. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm really looking forward to working on the documentary. And of course, I will have it posted and I'll let you guys see it. So I do a lot of cooking, and it hasn't changed since I got in here. And one of the things that I made this week was a white pudding sandwich. Now pudding is a lot like scrapple back in the States. It's not exactly the best cuts of meat and everything else, but it's absolutely delicious. So I made a sandwich out of it, and then I always cook a little bit more than I can eat, and so again, sticking with the breakfast foods, I made some sausages with eggs and potatoes and onions and stuff like that. Really delicious. Other than that, I made some stuffed chicken and a couple other things like that were a lot of fun, but I love to cook, and that's still going on for sure. Alright, so I talked about my flatmate's mom being here. She left, so the house got a little bit smaller, and Joe left. Sad to see him go. You know, I had a lot of fun with Joe, and it was good to have a familiar face and a friend from America here with me. But I will see him at some point, and good luck to Joe on the Peace Corps and everything else. Like, kudos to you. So I went to Cork on Saturday, and it was a lot of fun. I went and saw Hero in Error. They were a great Irish metal band. Fantastic. Unfortunately, I was only able to take one picture while I was there because my battery was dying. I think only being able to get that one picture is completely worth taking my camera and not being able to use it any other time. I was able to get some video on my phone. The audio is a little lacking, I guess, just because it's so loud. It could only picked up on some stuff because the audio was sensory overload. But let me show you a little bit of that. Like I said, Irish metal, freaking fantastic. So a couple other updates for me. I joined a position in like the student union, which is like the student government. Still not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing in there. It's pretty much a non-traditional part-time officer position, which is going to be basically like the non-traditional students, like older students, foreign students, stuff like that. I'm going to be able to be one of the people that you talk to and then bring any issues up. But no one really exactly gave me details on what I'll be doing, so kind of interested to see how that goes. So we had this week off for reading week. I think other people had like midterms and stuff like that, but I didn't seem to have anything. So it's just a week off. But one cool thing is that I'm going to Scotland. I'm going to Scotland not just for fun. I'm going to see my cousin Corey. He's in the Navy and he's going to be over in Glasgow for a couple days, and so I booked a flight. It's super cheap once you're over here. It cost me like 40 euros to get over there, and I'm excited because I get to see him. I've only seen him once in like the last like 15, 16 years, and that was only like a month or two ago. So obviously I'm really excited to go see him and see the city. I'll take some pictures and do all that fun stuff. Last week we were filming a lot and it was a lot of fun, and I'll show you some pictures here because on one of them I'm editing, and so I went along with the shoot and I was taking time codes, but I also took a lot of pictures. Some pretty cool like scenery pictures, and then some of the other guys all had some Victory cigars, which, you know, can't beat a Victory cigar. I don't smoke, so I didn't smoke a cigar, so I didn't have a Victory cigar, but I feel like that's okay. The other one went really well, but I don't have any pictures of those, so just take my word for it. Other than that, Rafiki is doing fantastic. He's on his like 4th round of fresh basil that he's given me, so that's really cool. Doing amazing, so go Rafiki. Speaking of Rafiki, I saw The Lion King in 3D, and it was absolutely fantastic. I must say, I was like a little kid in the cinemas. Like, I sang every single one of the songs. I knew every single word. Like, I was kind of surprised I remembered all the words, but it was absolutely fantastic. I recommend anybody, if you haven't seen The Lion King in 3D in the cinema right now, go see it. It was amazing. Yes. So that's going to be it. I'm sorry if I moved around too much or if I jostled too much, but I'm completely up to date with my videos. I'm really excited, so that means next week I will be completely up to date and everything will be good. I don't have to worry about anything else and all the stress is gone. So, see you soon. Adios.